Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. How are you guys doing? Let me bring the chats here so I can see what are you talking about. Let me have a look. Right, Monday today. Where's my music? Let's put some music, please. Just a little bit in the background, not to disturb you. That's enough to give us in the groove. We want some groove. Right. How are we feeling? Come on. How are we feeling? Let me know in the chat. Come on. Chop chop. Good morning, good morning. Good day, good evening. It's 4 a.m. in Georgia. Laurie, you surprised me. 4 o'clock in the morning. Why are you not asleep? Hello, agents. Smite the likes buttons. Thank you. Right, okay. Let's have a look. Let's bring the charts here. Who's scared today? We have a red bloody day today, but it's Monday. It's okay. Monday can do this. It's alright. Come on, guys. Good morning. Good morning, Laurie. 4 a.m. Incredible. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Right, okay. Let's have a look very quickly. What is going on? Well, it's Monday, new week, and I believe they're gonna try to do a very, very hard long squeeze. They're gonna squeeze all these longs. Red is good, shorts rule. Yeah, I know you love shorts, don't you? You love shorts. You're doing better in shorts, don't you? Yeah. Bleeding should stop today. It should, but always, do remember, keeping that in mind, I do remember that on Wednesday we have the FOMC meeting, right? And we all know how that goes. Goes up and down, volatility comes in. Also, we've got strong news, something that is not it has not been said on the open media. Donald Trump administration in general, he is upsetting the waters big time in the US. Already deporting people out, immigrants. Well, I believe illegal immigrants. He hasn't wasted not even 1 second. Now he's after to find missing kids. Go and look on the X. I don't want to say a lot, but the I think the event that the previous elections that he lost. He's saying that they manipulate the results and he lost the elections, and all these bad things that happened to him the past 4 years, to him and to his family. I think they turned him into a beast. He's going after everything and everyone. No one's going to stand a lie with him. So he's in business, and I'm not involved in politics. I'm not American. I do not live in America, so I don't have an opinion, to be honest. If Donald Trump is good for America or not. But what I'm hoping is for the best for the Americans, okay? Because at the end of the day, this is what we want. But I'm a big support to any leader that he wants to do good to his own people and country. And if that means that he needs to have strong decisions that people do not, always validate, they don't like it, they complain about it, tough. That comes with leadership. You have to deal with that. But yeah, I mean, you know, a cleaning operation is needed, and if he's gonna do it and he's doing it right, then it is what it is. Okay, and I always mean it in a good way. You know, I want to see, you know, people progress, countries progress. You know, people getting better, not worse. And he's after the crime. He's not after the good people. He's after the bad people. So I can't see this in negatively. Okay, but as I said, I'm not American. I don't live in the United States, so I don't know truly what is good for America or not. I have no opinion. I can't have an opinion. I don't even live there. Okay, so I see what I see in the media or in the social media, and you know, I speak of what I see. So under to my best knowledge, you know, if he's doing good for his country and for his people, then good on him. Right? Now, if he's going to be a little bit harsh, that's all right. We can't be in the bubble always. Come on. We need to sort this out. And, you know. Good. Right, okay. No more politics. Let's go to the charts. Let's have a look and see what's going on. So what I was saying, what was getting with that, I was saying that maybe because of these operations and big strong movements that he's doing within the government and stuff like that, and the orders and, you know, the stuff that he's doing, maybe that affects a little bit the markets, right? Not because he's upsetting the people, it's because well, he's upsetting the people, but not the right people, not the good people. He's upsetting the bad people, and the bad people, you know, they're panicking. So if they're panicking, then you can understand that, you know, the market's trying to shake out. Anyway, it's a big shakeout operation going on in the US. A big shakeout, it seems, that's been, you know, moved into the markets. That is good for the people that didn't get in the good positions. That will be the time. So Bitcoin is dropping down to this big range that I have since when? Since November 2024. That was a very top on the 22nd November, the very bottom on the 26th November. That formed the range, and I pulled the rectangle, and you can see that we have multiple lows that hit the same support, multiple highs that we hit the same resistance. We have some deviations, some fake outs that did not last very long. Here we are again, battling on the top of the range. Okay, T1 dropping, it means it's a legit move, you know, people moving out. Bitcoin is dropping, then people are selling. T3 is dropping, so it's a legit move to the down. Tether is popping up, so we know that they're selling, let's say, Bitcoin or any of the crypto and moving into these stables. Okay, Dominant is still rising, Dix is still dropping, and we know that correlates the other way around. Okay, so when Dixie, which means dollar becomes very stronger, then Bitcoin gets affected. Now Dixie is trying to stop, it's falling. Let's see if, you know, we're going to see Bitcoin stabilize. So this is a cash flow. I'm going to leave this aside. Let me bring the chart open here. Best not to have opinion in politics. No, I'm not into politics, right? I'm not into politics. I know what I want for my own country, for my own people, and I'm trying to do the best, but that is not politics. Okay, you know, each country has its own borders for their own good, right? They need to secure the language, the land, the people, the culture. That is all good. It's not bad. Anyway, okay, let's have a look on other charts. Please, if you have any requests, please do so. You know, write a comment on the chart. I'll be seeing the charts. I'm seeing the charts. I'm watching the chat. So, please, after the, you know, after that, we're going to have the conversation here about the markets, and we're going to see a little bit, you know, what's going on. Obviously, we're going to talk about what you want. So, give me, let's say, roughly half an hour. And then after that half an hour, you know, towards the end of the stream, we can see and talk about the tokens that you wish to see. Okay. Right. Okay. Let me see if everything's okay. Okay. Cool. No, not a lot of people are expecting this dump, but it's all right. It's all right. So let's go back to Bitcoin. On a smaller time frame, 90 minutes. Okay, we lost the the movement above the range, so we are inside the range. Okay, on a closer time frame. As soon as lost the 102 and 450, then the next target is the mid range. Okay, 50% of the range that stands around 97k. We have all this liquidity is been taken out. That's why I said before it was a long squeeze. Let's squeeze out the longs, and there is some point of interest between these two red and green zone. Okay, so now we need to see how that is going to bounce. Okay, you always remember that no matter what direction it goes, it's like it goes down, you're going to have some kind of bounce and then maybe a continuation. If not a continuation, then you can see some consolidation, and then you'll probably see another move in any direction. Okay, now we are doing the kind of bounce, and we need to see what's going to happen. It's going to come back to the same level, or is it going to continue? Okay, this is what we're waiting to see now. Don't try to guess the reversal. That doesn't work doesn't work very well. So don't try to guess where the reversal is. Trying to see where it's going to stop, and you can go to a smaller time frame for you just to see the structure. Okay, just for you to see the structure and say, okay, this is a trend line. Is this a time that it's going to break the trend line? Is this going to happen in like reversal? We don't know yet. We don't have yet. This is your last high. Okay, even that one is your last high. You need to see what's going to happen. It's going to find resistance and then continue to the downside, or is it going to flip it? Okay, you see this in a smaller time frame just for you to observe and see what the price action is going to happen. You cannot predict what's going to happen, but always break down your levels for you to react to them. Okay, as simple as that. The green line is 50% of the range. We are inside the 50% of the range. We are close to that, let's say 75%. Okay, if I put a middle line between the dotted green and the top of the range, we are almost looking at 50%. So as a matter of fact, if I break this in half from here to there, you can see that we are about the 50%, so around there. Okay, so we need to see, this is like the 75 mark. We need to see if we're going to pass above the 75 mark, or we're going to come down. Okay, it needs time. Also, it's going to give you a lot of time for you to see what's going to happen on the Monday range. So if we come to the daily, and let's see today's open. So today's open is here. So here you have it. This is today's open. Okay, and so far it's not fixed yet. This is your highest point, and this is your lowest point. Okay, these two values, the high and the low, can change. The open, it will not change. So you've got your three lines already. Let's go down to 90 minutes, and here you have it. Okay, here you have it. This is the lowest point right now. This is the opening, and this is the highest. And we need to see, by Tuesday, tomorrow, we're going to have full, complete weekly range, or let's say the Monday open range. Okay, we're going to have the Monday range, and we're going to see how Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're going to, play around with it. Okay, but this is going to be on tomorrow's show. Okay, today we're just going to see, it cleared all this liquidity. That is all done. That is gone. Okay, it's been taken out. That is out. Okay, all these lows here are out. Okay, these areas there have been taken out. The only area has not been taken out is this one here. Okay, almost touched it, but there is some liquidity below. If he wants to carry on, it can come down and see what's going to happen. Okay, so far we need to observe what it's going to do with these bounds. Okay, I do believe that the markets are going to do a shakeout. They want to take out all the high leverage. And speaking of which, if we go to let me open a website. Let's bring out how long we got for the Asia. How long we got for Asia? Asia, it officially is closed. So Tokyo is down, Shanghai is down, Hong Kong is down, Singapore is down. So we are only in the European Union. So Asia closed. Okay. So now it's going to be a little bit of cool-off time. Okay. So let's have a look. What happened with liquidations. Okay. Very quickly. I'm not going to spend a lot of time, but this is part of the research. So you need to do a research on your own every morning and see what's going on. So this is Bitcoin, and here's it's been taking out all these liquidities. You can see it's been taken out. Okay, all these yellows has been taken out. Who are they? These people that they're trying to go long on the range, and look how much liquidity is above. It's been building up. All these people are building shorts on the way down, and up here are not entries. These are liquidations. So it means for someone to go short here, it means he used high leverage. Okay, and market makers do not forgive, or do not, let's say, they don't allow manipulation. Okay, they are the manipulators. They don't like traders doing no high leverage, trying to squeeze out the money from the market. That's the market makers move. Okay, so very soon the market's going to turn around and take these liquidations out. Okay, all these people that are trying to go long have been liquidated. These people here that are trying to go long have been liquidated. These people that are trying to go long have been liquidated. Okay, another form, a lot of people that are trying to go long, they have liquidations at 84. Possibly these people have entries here. Okay, maybe they have nice lovely entries here and here, but they're using very low leverage and the liquidation price is too far away. Okay, for the time being, we are around the 100k mark. That's it for Bitcoin. I mean, I like to go to symbol. I prefer symbol. You can do a pair, it's fine, but if you do a pair, it goes to a specific exchange. If you go to a symbol, it's much more cleaner. Okay, less noise. I don't want to be specific into one area. I want to be in the broader picture. Okay, so you see all these longs have been taken out. There is one big group here on 97. 97, 95, 96, around this area. Okay, and then you have liquidation up to 126. What does it mean? Do we have entries there? No, all the entries are down here, but because they use less leverage, the liquidation price is still further away. Okay, does that make sense? I hope it does. Right, okay. What else? Let's have a look a little bit in ETH. Okay, ETH again. All these longs that have entries above here, very close to the price action, they probably used high leverage, and here's a liquidation. It's been taken out. Okay, so ETH kind of cleared out all the long liquidations. There's been shorts. So this is the sell side liquidity up there. So we've got a lot of sell side liquidity up there. So here we are. Afterwards, the market's going to go after them. Let's have a look on Solana. You get the deal. Every morning, this is what you do. Solana, it has even more all the way down here to 214. And I bet this is my red line over there. Let's have a look. Speaking of which, let me go to Solana. Yep, 2012 is my red line. Okay, so if Solana is dropping below the green line and fails to reclaim quickly, then the target is most likely is going to hit the 212 in Solana. Okay, People that they love trend lines, the trend line is broken, right? Okay, remember I speak about the triangles and trend lines for those that they love trend lines. Here it is. You know, a lot of people see that as a bull flag. Remember, I don't give out names. You don't know if it's going to be a bull flag, and you don't know if it's going to be a bear flag until it's going to get broken. Okay, a lot of people calling this is a bull flag. Why? Because they see this kind of a pattern goes up, then it becomes a flag, and then they believe it's going to go up because it came from below. No, that's not the case. Okay, I never name a flag until it's broken. Now I can call this a bear flag. Okay. Anyway, you could see you have forming lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. You are forming higher lows, higher lows, higher lows. So you knew you were squeezing and you were waiting for the explosion. Okay. I never bet on a direction before I see it. So I was losing these, I lost this one, I lost the red one. It's like, okay, it's after liquidity. It's going to go all the way down here to clear the liquidity, and there is a possibility if it does not reclaim, okay, within the European session, if it does not reclaim 228, okay, there is a high possibility that it's going to continue and come down even further down to take out this liquidity, and then it's going to turn around. And let's see how Europe is going to form these candles until we have the US open. Okay. As I said before, we do have events happening this week as well. So if you go to Cryptocraft, which is the equivalent of Forex Factory, but only focused in crypto, it's the same company that is doing this website, but Cryptocraft is only for crypto. Okay. So look at that here. My local 9 p.m., which is in the evening, okay, which is like inside the US session, you have the Federal's funds rate, okay, and they're forecasting there will be no change. Previous was 4.5%, and the forecast predicts it's going to be stay the same 4.5%. Well, it kind of makes sense because if you have a new administration, they're not going to, deal with that right now. Okay, maybe not. I'm not sure. We'll see. Okay, and also you have the statements, press conference, and these will bring volatility. Okay, I mean already Trump is bringing volatility to the markets. We don't need the meetings. We just need one Trump. So yeah, I mean we got meetings here. So here you have it. So we know this week is going to be a little bit volatile. It's dropping, comes down. It's going to squeeze out the longs. Maybe later they're going to squeeze out the shorts. And when they're going to do their full market shakeout, then the market's going to move to the direction that they want, which we all believe that it's going to go higher. I do believe it's going to go higher, but it isn't coming. So, it's going to take out the people that are trying to take advantage of it, okay, or abuse the system. So, okay, this is what I see on 19 minutes on Bitcoin. You see you have a pressure to the downside, a small bounce, and then I have this gray candle, and you see the wicks above. It's telling me that the down pressure is still there. Speaking of which, let's bring the little agents out. Let's bring the stochastic RSI and RSI just to have an understanding what's going on. So let's have a look on the daily. We start with the daily. ASO dropping, okay. We have RSI dropping, and we have stochastic RSI dropping, okay. And see this morning, early hours this morning, the degree of the angle decreased, okay. So this is what the daily says. What about the 12 hours? Still heading to the downside, okay. So we still got pushed to the downside, okay. If someone is following, the twin strategy that I have, which is basically the stochastic RSI and RSI, ASO, it's like a complementary, indicator, which is the slowest out of these three. It's going to give you an understanding what's going on, who's pushing the market. So I can see that the negative, the gray is increasing. So it means the down pressure is increasing, okay. The golden is dropping down, is telling you that the buying power is kind of dying down. Okay. Now, gold and silver are exactly the shapes, are exactly the same. You know, what the diagram is giving you, the negative positive, is a mirror image. So you don't need to pay attention to both of them. You just need to see who's above. Above the zero line, or above the 50%, if you want to say, because the zero line to me is where exactly both meet. Okay, because they are mirror. But on the scale, it's going to be on the 50, and see who's above the 50. So I see that the gray is above, so it's telling me that the down pressure is dominant. Okay, stochastic RSI is already telling me that it was going down anyway. RSI is telling me it's going down. Delta is telling me that the negatives, you know, we have more sellers. Here was like equal battle, not a lot of things going on. That's why you see no candles here forming, not serious candles. Look at that, very flat, dodgy candles. Okay, dodgy with a J, DOJI. Okay, so no volume there. Okay, and then all this sudden happened, so somebody decided to sell. Anyway, I'm guessing it has to do with the crackdown of operation, and that is upsetting people and, you know, panicking. If you know, that will create an understanding. It will make sense to me why people are trying to, you know, get out, grab what they can and get out from any situation. Okay, this is Bitcoin. Once we lost that top, this is the target. Okay, let's see when it's going to bounce. Okay, if we're going to lose the green line, then we have the red line. Okay, now let's have a look a little bit on Ethereum. Let's have a look a little bit on Ethereum. Closer look to Ethereum. We've seen the liquidity zones on the heat map. Where do you find the heat map? Not as a website, I mean on the chart. How do you find it? When you have a change of direction with sudden moves. So you had a sudden move to the downside here, right? So you have sell side liquidity here. Okay, on the range you have both sides liquidity. Okay, that was very sharp, that was very sudden. So you have buy side, I mean that's supposed to be a B, so BSL. Okay, that stands for buy side liquidity. So you have a buy side liquidity and you have a sell side liquidity. So liquidity is everywhere when you get the zigzag. Okay, you have liquidity here, you have liquidity here, you have liquidity here, you've got plenty of liquidity over here, you've got plenty of liquidity over here. Okay, you have liquidity here, comes down. All this move up, all this price action took out this liquidity. So that liquidity is done, it's over. Any sharp move to the down, and you get these people moving sideways, they took out all this liquidity. Even further, it went further down, it took out all this liquidity. So that liquidity is clear, that is clear, that is clear. So technically, what are you looking at? You're looking for those have not been mitigated. Okay, and you mark those. Which one's not mitigated? Up here, the red line, 4,122 is not mitigated. So you know for a fact that you have unmitigated liquidity zone up here. So this is a high quality liquidation. Okay, and also you have liquidity down here. I'm supposed to grab the rectangle, I apologize for that. So you have liquidity here, so you have the big boys here, you have another boy here. Okay, you had some imbalance here, but already Ethereum came up, clear that imbalance is done, is clear, and it came down. So you have no imbalance left, but you have these three liquidity pools. So once Ethereum is going to be done with this, it's going to come up later to deal with this one, and later eventually it's going to come with this one. Is it going to go in one go? No. Okay, you just mark the areas, and for you to understand, if you know where liquidity is, then you know where the big magnet is, and then you know where your target is, which means your TP. Okay, so here we are. Now you know. Okay, so you know what Ethereum is doing. It's trying to clear all these. That's why we call it long squeeze. Okay, it's trying to squeeze out all the longs. All these people that they went long to go higher, okay, they've been taken out. It's, you know, these triggers all the stop losses and all the liquidation prices, okay, from the exchanges and stuff like that. So here's Ethereum. You lost the red one, then you go to the next level, which is 2,874. That will be the next stop. Okay, you can see what's happening in between. Of course, you can, you know, bring out the 90 minutes and you can see the levels more close by. Look at that. Here you are. Here's your levels, and this is where you stand right now. Right now you're starting at 3061. It's the level. Okay, the target is down here. Okay, if you see that it's going to come up here, don't panic that it's turning around. You need to deal with this red line, 3120. Okay, if you don't see claiming these, then most likely it's going to do something like this. Okay, remember, goes down, it's going to do some rally up, some correction, okay, like a retracement, and then it's going to come down, continue, and then maybe we're going to see some consolidation, and then maybe we're going to see some turnarounds. Okay, and you know that will align, you know, in this area will align with the Wednesday meeting as well. Okay, so today we're going to be patient. Okay, you know, always Mondays I'm waiting for the Mondays to see what's going to happen. Okay, I'm not jumping to conclusions here. Right. Okay, we spoke about Bitcoin, we spoke about ETH. Let's have a look very quickly on Solana. No, that's not Solana, that was Sand. Sand is dropping, everything is dropping. We're going to have a quick look on the bubbles later as well. So here we are, Solana. Okay, I said yesterday on Discord that I need to see going above 260. Okay, if I don't see this, you know, you see resistance, you need to see flipping as a support. It did not flip, you know, it stayed there a couple times. That was Sunday morning, and I did say we're going towards Sunday night. Be careful Sunday night, they usually drop down, okay, back to the Friday levels. And where it was Friday was here. Okay, so it went even further down from Friday. Okay, that was Sunday, that was Friday, Saturday-ish, Saturday, Sunday. Okay, so that was Friday, it pushed all the way up, it came down, Saturday pushed, Sunday sideways, and then Sunday night it came down, passed by the Friday levels. Okay, you lost the red one, 244. The next target was 228. It went past it. Okay, we may get a deviation and then climbs up to 28. Then that will be good news. If not, if we see resistance, then the next target is going to be your 50% of that little range. Okay, the 50% of that range. Right. Okay, that's it for Solana. Okay, let's have a look on the bubbles and see what's going on with the bubbles. Right. Let's have a look on bubbles. Here we go, bubbles. Let's have a look on, let's say, top 100 tokens and see what's going on. All red, okay, all red. Now, the reason I'm using button bubbles is because they have this lovely selection of narrative, okay? You can use ecosystems or you can use narratives. If you're interested to see what's going on with, I don't know, Sui, then you have the Sui tokens. Okay, you got Sui, you got Alpha, NS, Deep, Luffy, all of this. Okay, if you're interested in AVAX ecosystem, here you have it. Okay, you have all the tokens to see what is going on. If you're interested only, let's say, on the AI agent, which is another niche, here you have it. Okay, you have all these little lovely tokens. If you're interested in AI, which is going to be the next niche, here you have it. Okay, everything laid out for you. Okay, if you're interested in, let's say, to again, you know, you can create your own favorites. You can have layer 2s, you can look on layer 1s, you name it. Okay, you want to go a bit lower to, let's say, more risky tokens, then you choose 101 to 200, right? And you can see, you know, what's going on. You have grass here, a lot of people talking about grass. You got Giga here, you got Morpho, okay, lots of people talking about Morpho. You got Super here, AI 16Z, okay, there's another one they're talking about, Aero. What else? You got AR, obviously, okay, Pendle, but you got plenty of things for you to watch out in these a bunch of tokens. Okay, 101 to 300, even further down. You got Griffin. Okay, that's another one. Got PopCap here. That's another one. One of the good ones. Okay, so it's everything down, broken down into sections, which is good. Okay. That's it about the bumbles. I'm not going to spend more time into these. What else would you like to see? I mean, I'll take now, it's already 40 minutes past 11, so I'll take calls from you guys. What would you like to see? If you're interested in something, let me know. Rio is another one that a lot of people, waiting and expecting for Rio to run. Okay. So we marked out our levels on Rio as well. So we got our levels here. You see these red lines, a major significant level. Naka. Okay, we're going to have a look on Naka. So you have this nice red line that you found very, very hard to pass by. You lost the 118, you lost the 079, and still dropping. Okay, now Rio, a lot of people expecting Rio to do well. Okay, it has a lot of liquidity sitting at $3. You got a lot of liquidity sitting around 273. You got liquidity sitting around $2. There's lots of liquidity here on the red line, 156. Common, let's say, solid ground as a support. So when it's going to run, it's going to have a good run. Okay. Now Naka, let's bring up Naka. I don't think I have Naka here. I've got Mog, got Mantra, but not Naka. So I'm going to bring the Naka up. Mantra, as I said yesterday, be careful. There's going to be a lot of this big wick here. It's going to create volatility. A lot of people are going to take profits. Be careful with this one. Okay, let's bring Naka up. Let me bring Naka up. So let's go to the Zoom session here. Let's have a look on the Zoom session. And let's bring Naka. Let's have a look. Let's do this very quickly. Use a higher time frame. I'm going to use the last impulse to the upside. So let me go to even higher time frame for me to get solid candles. So I'm going to break down from the lowest point to the highest. I'm going to use a template number 8. It's going to be fine. I'm going to expand a little bit to the right and to the left. There we are. I'm going to lock this. Come down to 12 hours. Obviously it's in a downtrend. It has a hard time around $1.66, which is my 50% of the level. Okay, still dropping. Now if the levels are too wide for this example, that's all right, no problem. You can do another breakdown within. So let me break this down. I want to make sure these numbers are matching. So it's going to be 85 732. Something's not right there. Yep, it's not 849, it's 857. Let me fix that number again. So 85732. Oh, it doesn't like the decimals. Okay, no problem. 8573. No, it's going crazy. My keyboard's going crazy. Let me fix that. 8. Okay, that's better. 5732. All right. Okay. We in business. 045366. So now these numbers are matching with my bigger zone, and I'm breaking this zone, and you see that we lost even that 50% within that range. So we go level by level and see how that goes. Naka, let's have a look on the left and see, trying to understand where the liquidity is. So we've got liquidity down here. Okay, so we've got liquidity there, we've got liquidity there. Yeah, so in this zone, I mean, yeah, kind of, yeah, I mean, this liquidity here, I mean, if I can pull my marker, that one has been taken out, that one. So it's creating new liquidity below, new liquidity here. So that has been done, it's been taken out, that's been taken out, that's been taken out with this action. Okay, so we've got liquidity down here. So there is a possibility for Naka to carry on and come down to 0.4536. Okay, to come down to these levels. But overall, still in a downtrend. Okay, so still is correcting. Okay. You have some fake out deviation, did not manage to break above, stay above, comes down, it follows that trend line. So if you follow that trend line, there is a high possibility that's going to stop down here. Okay, after, you know, it's going to take out all this liquidity, and then maybe it's going to turn around. If Naka wants to be bullish now, it has to reclaim, let's say, within the EU session, and within the session of the, you know, the split zone that we have between Europe and America. If you see that it's claiming the 50% of the range, 65 cents, then maybe there's a possibility that it wants to consolidate here, build its case, you know, build support, have people invest, and then that will turn around. Okay, that is for Naka. So still in a downtrend. Don't try to go in long until you see some evidence that is claiming levels. Right now it doesn't claim levels, it's losing levels, so it still goes low. Okay, look to the left and you can see where it's heading. Okay, there's some liquidity below here. Even further to the left, there's liquidity down here. Okay, so it does make sense. Look at for how long it's been sitting here. Okay, consolidating and then decided to move. Okay, so you have the break of the channel. So this is what you need to see. You need to see that it's coming down. If you love, you know, lines as a trend line, you're more than welcome to do so. Let me increase that a little bit to make it more visible to you, to make more sense. A bit steep, but that's the channel. Okay, so I can have that a little bit there, I can have that a little bit over there. So here's your channel, resistance, support, support. So you have resistance. We follow this channel. Right now the price action on the down channel is above the 50%. Okay, so it's kind of, it's like not bullish, but it's on the good side. Okay, it doesn't fail that badly. You know, when you're losing the 50%, you see that's going to target the bottom of the channel. Okay, defending the 50%, then it fights, defending, fights, and then once it claims the 50%, then it targets the top of the channel. So as long as it stays above the 50%, it has more chances to come and target the top of the channel. Okay, if it loses the 50%, then it's going to come even lower. Okay, if it loses the 50%, there's a high possibility that's going to target the low side of the channel. So far it's holding above, good news. Let's hope so that it's going to stop under the liquidity and turn around this way. Okay, so this is a kind of approach for people that love trend lines, or they understand trend lines rather than horizontals. How does one understand the invalidation? Well, invalidation is when you have levels. Okay, so you have one level here and you have another level there. Okay, so if the price, let's say, is bouncing, okay, and then it decides to go above, you're like, okay, it triggers. So that level is acting as a trigger. So what do you want to see? You want to see that it stays above. Okay, so if it's creating a small consolidation, you may want to start, you know, building a long position. Why? Because you broke out the range. Okay, so it's holding above. You see that it's not a fake out because it's not dropping down. So where will be your invalidation? That line, that same line that was your trigger, is your invalidation line. You expect that token to maintain support, respect it, and carry on cracking to the upside. If you see that you're dropping that line, then to you it's a validation point. Okay, And I don't need to wait to come like 3 levels, 4 levels down to say, oh shit, yeah, it's going down. Obviously, it's going down. Okay? So you need to have a strict risk management policy to your trading. Okay? I don't know what kind of trader you are. We've spoken about this before. So if you are a long-term or short-term trade, you trade in the time frames. But the strategy and the structure that you're using on your strategy is exactly the same way. You're going to do the same thing over and over again, no matter what time frame you are. So your risk management, the policy of the risk management has to be very strict. If you're using smaller time frame because you're day trading, you need to make some money now, not a lot, but you want to make some money now, okay, for XYZ reasons, then you need to go to smaller time frames. You're going to use the same approach. You're going to break down smaller levels, micro levels, but you're going to use the same strategy, the same method, right? But you need to be strict with your risk management. You have a level of trigger, and if it goes above, fine. But if it goes below, that should trigger your invalidation. And then you get out. You want to minimize your loss. You try to catch a trend, okay? So you hoping that while it's doing this, okay, that it's going to break the range. Okay, let's say that you're not trading the range. You don't like the ranges. It's fine. You are observing the range. No problem. You can do this. Once it's breaking the range, comes down, retest, okay, and carry on and breaking structure, you jump on it. And you say, I'm holding this trend line. And I'm getting here and see how far I can go. With the gangster fib, you know the possible levels where the price is going to react. And here you have it. It's a red one as well. Red ones are significant levels, more stronger than the gray ones. That's why I'm marking them as red. Okay? And when you know that your TP is here and you see that it's failing to go above, you don't need to come all the way down here to your entry to understand that it's failing. You can see that it fails to claim above, and then you decide to close the trade. You're on a smaller time frame, you're day trading, you see that it's losing steam, you cannot go above the red line. You close it. You're on a timer. Okay? Smaller time frame, it means you're on a timer. If you want to go super low time frames like 10 minute, 5 minute, it's fine. Let me go back to the same section. Right, here it is. Okay, it broke the range. That was a big range that we marked previously. Sorry, I was supposed to take a marker. So that was a range. It broke above, comes down, retested, and then you grab it. Okay, and you see that it's respecting this level. So I say, okay, I see that it's respecting this level. So this is my support. If you break my support, what does it mean? It got broken out. Okay, if you're holding support and it's going higher, it's fine. You're waiting to see the market structure. You want to make sure, yeah, okay, I got a retest, but I need to make sure that I'm breaking all these highs. There's liquidity here. Comes down, doing some correction, pushing up. What do you have? A low, a high low. So far, so good. It's pushing, breaking the structure, you buy immediately. Okay, and then it goes up, comes here, comes down, comes here. You see that it's failing to hold above the red line. It comes down, bounce. What are you going to do? Get out. You see that it's having a hard time. You cannot go above. Now, yeah, I mean, it can happen, but it's a fake out. You see it came down quickly. So if you see that it keep on bouncing, it cannot go any further, the clock is ticking. What are you going to do? For how long do you think that's going to stay here for you to give you the opportunity to get out? If it's not moving and it's going sideways, close it. Close it and then observe the sideways, operation and see what it's going to do. Goes up, down, goes down, consolidate. You're not in the trade now. You're waiting. Is it going to go above? It's going to go below. Boom, cracks down, comes down, retest. What are you going to do? You treat this as a resistance. So that's your trigger. You get in. Okay? Goes down. And then you see, that 50%. Well, there's a parallel channel, but it's down to you which one you're going to use. Okay? It comes down. Hard time to go further down. Okay? Comes up again. It may trigger your entry, it may trigger your stop loss, and then you can see again that it's going further down. And finally, it went down to your level. Okay? You can trail your stop losses, you can, if you are, doing day trading. But as I said, when you do on the smaller time frames, you probably have micro levels. Okay? So if you have these big levels like this, you can break them down easily. If it's too, let's say the levels are too giving you a hard time for you to understand what's going on. Use the number 4, you can see. This is the range. It broke it, go. First level, red. Next level, gray. Next level, green. It never went to the green. It comes above, reclaims its level. You're supposed to act this as a resistance. It did not, it fell. It became support. You close the trade. Okay? And then comes up again, and then comes down. You need to find a trend, a direction for you to maintain your trade, whenever it's going to be long or it's going to be short. You need a trend. As long the price is progressing, it's going higher, you're making profits. As long as it's going down on your short, it's making profit. When it's going sideways, you're making nothing, you're wasting time. So when you see something that's consolidating, it has a hard time to go above a center level, close the trade. Don't waste your time. Then observe what the consolidation is going to do, and then you have a new trigger to go short, and then you go level by level. And say, okay, one level is done, second level is done, third level, third level cannot go even lower. It tried, but it came back and claimed as a support. And when you see a support, you say close it. I gained 1-2 levels. And that's it. The third one never happened. It went a little bit, it came back, reclaimed the same level, you just close it. Because it seems to be weak. Okay? Depends of your time frame, you're gonna break down the levels. Okay? Depends what kind of trader you are. That is about Naka. Naka in the long term on a higher time frame still dropping. Okay? This is it. This is a 12-hour still dropping. Okay? If someone is a day trader or swing trader, he's gonna be in that trade for a couple days. Low leverage, maybe 2-3 maximum, and then it goes down. He's enjoying. He hasn't seen yet a point of return for him to say, oh, we were claiming a new level. A swing trader will see something like this, claim a new level, fail to go all the way down here. He's going to close it, but he's, going short from up here. Okay, so he has a distance. He created, a good 60% drop. Okay, shorter time frame, you need to make some money now, then you're going to zoom in smaller time frames, micro levels. You're going to break these big zones because on the day trading or scalping, 0.45, the next level to be 0.85, that 40 cents is too big, right? The gap is too big. You need to break this down. Okay, it's huge, so you need to break this down to another micro levels for you to able to manage it and see what's going on, and you can observe what's going on level by level. Okay, that's the trick. Okay, this is about Naka. What else? A few more minutes. Bring me another token. What kind of music that is? Jeez. That's not a chill out music. Driving people nuts. Right, close without saving is fine. It's not a problem. We've seen Solana still battling there. Okay, render is dropping under the 694. Bitcoin on the trend lines. Let's have a look. For the new guys, go down to the video description. I have some links. Go and join us on Discord. It's free. It's open. Not for very long though. You're more than welcome to join us and come to our community and learn how we do this. Inside the Discord, we're doing a Zoom session, so we're gonna do like teachings, and also we're doing live trading. Right. What else? What else? Let me see. CRO, ZRT. Okay, that sounds good. Okay. Yeah, back in the mid-90s raving, yeah. Right, okay, let's have a look. BGP looks okay. Okay, let's have a look on CRO. Let's have a quick look on CRO. Let's have a look in Chronos. Let's have a look. CRO, USD. Okay. Let's go to a higher time frame. There's a lot of data there. You can go super high time frame on these ones. Look at that, big imbalances up there, big liquidity up here. Okay, that imbalance kind of has been taken out. That's why all these big reactions. Okay, so let me grab an impulse and see what we can do. Let me grab the last impulse. And see if we can make sense out of it. Okay. Gonna lock that. Go down to 12 hours. Right, so let's have a look. Okay, so you see it was bustling around the area of 19 cents. Okay, so it's bustling these areas. It cannot stay alone and then stop dropping, so you have a downtrend. So this zone right now is quite big, right, from 8 cents to 19 cents. So we need to break this down. So you can either break it to another 8 levels or 4 levels, it's up to you, or 3 levels. Okay, so let me make sure that we have matching numbers because I want to be exactly the same. So 19,422, and at the bottom it needs to be 0.8069. So here we've got the exact numbers. Let me expand the bigger zones a bit further out. Right, bring the smaller zones again further out, and also I would like to go to style and make the numbers a bit smaller, right? Because I divide a bigger zone to smaller zones, so the smaller zones I need to have a smaller numbers. Help me an idea, understand that is another level. So far I lost the 50%. Okay, I have a common ground. I have this as a support, so I'm expecting this to act as a support. Okay, so maybe we have a small flag going on here. Okay, it's breaking down, but it can reclaim. Okay, overall for Crow, I mean, look to the left, there's big liquidities over there. Not big ones, but there are some decent liquidities. Look at that, you've got liquidity down here. Okay, and you've got liquidity even further down here. Okay, even that range, the whole thing is there. So you have liquidity, so it will make sense if Crow wants to come down here to clear this liquidity, and after that's been taken out, then it's going to move to the upside. So by no means, I mean by all means, there's no time for you to go long. Why? Because it's in a downtrend. Okay, it goes down, it's a downtrend. So you're not going to try to figure out where it's going to bounce. You don't know where it's going to bounce. Okay, it's going to bounce when the big boys are going to come in and throw money into it. Simple as that. Do you know when they're going to come? No, they don't give out invitations. They don't call us and say, hey Harleys, today I'm going to put 6 billion into Crow, do you mind to go with me? They don't care, right? They're after liquidity. So they're going to say to me, you know, wait until we go higher. They're waiting for liquidity. So yeah, watch out, 12 cents. If it's going to lose that one, then it will make sense to come down all the way down to 9. And in between you have 10 cents. Otherwise, if you see that Crow is trying to build a case here and try to be strong, then you need to see that it's going to claim that 13 cents for you to say, aha, you may be ready to move. Okay, otherwise you're going to wait. Now this is a 12 hours. Let me bring the agents. Let's see what the big agents are going to say to me, my intelligent agents. My intelligence is telling me that it's still dropping. Okay, it has a down momentum. RSI dropping, down momentum. ASO increasing on the negative. Okay, so we're still getting pushed to the downside. That it's not ready yet to tell you that it's found a good support to bounce from. Okay, wait, it may down here. I mean, don't get the misunderstanding here that because he has more room to go further down, it's the same thing with the price action. Oh, he's going to go all the way down to the green line. No, okay, it may stay here. It may stay here, got stuck here until the stochastic RSI is going to reset. When you get a cross up on the stochastic RSI, then maybe you're going to have an up move. Either way, I will be more comfortable for me to invest in Crow, as in long, only when a NIF is going to build above a support above the 13. Okay, this is how easy I see it on the 12 hour. GRT, of course, let's have a look on graph. GRT USD, please. No, not FRT. No, GRT. Let's go to Coinbase. Let's go to the big boys here. Let's have a look. Graph. The previous cycle graph was doing very well, wasn't it? Let's have a look. Right. Let's go to a higher time frame and let's crack down the last impulse. Let's break down the very high to the very bottom. That's the lowest, 516. I believe so. There's nothing lower than these. Yep. So let me expand that to the right. Coordinates to the right, a little bit to the left, just for me to compare later if I want to. That's alright. Big gaps, that's alright. We're gonna micro break it later. So go down to 12 hours. Let's have a look what's going on here. Okay, here it is. Big range, big zone, like 0.5 to 40 cents. It's a big, huge gap. I understand this. Not to worry. Break them down. Simple as that. Okay, break them down. All you have to do is make sure that the numbers are matching, right? You need to be kind of as close as possible to the correct information. That's why we call it intelligence. So let's go down further. 0.0516. So now it's accurate. I'm gonna lock it. Here we are. What do you see? I see that I lost my 50% of the range, a significant level. It cannot maintain it and it comes down. I lost that support. What next? I see liquidity here, liquidity here, liquidity here. So it does make sense for GRT to come down and grab this liquidity. Okay. When you're gonna go long, when in some level you're gonna see that it's finding support and claiming levels, then it's a good sign for you to go in. And also trying to play with the patterns as well. Like I have a low, first high low, number one, goes up, it's giving you a high, comes down, and then it's giving you a second high low. When you get the second high low, that is a cheeky entry, early entry. Okay, why is early entry? Very quick, free lesson. Goes up from the low, so that's your lowest point. It's giving you a new high. Comes down, it's doing correction, so you have now your first high low. Then it goes for a new high, okay, and then it comes down for a new high low. Now you can see that the price is turning up, and you say, okay, it looks like this is a low, first high low. It looks like the price is still here now. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be my second high low. But it is not confirmed. When it's going to be confirmed? Who knows the answer to this? When the price is going to tell me that the second high low, it is a confirmed one. only when and if the price is going to break above my previous highs. When the price is going to be above this area, right, only then I can classify this as a high or low. So that's why I call it a cheeky entry. Why? Because it may come to equal highs and then drop down. So that is a risky entry. Early entry and risky entry. It may work, it may not work. If it comes here and I find the price very hard to go above, then I'm going to close the trade. Because I should see the price moving higher to break my previous high, breaking the structure, come down, retest, and then continue. If I don't see something like this and bouncing as a resistance, I'm like, that cheeky entry, I have to protect it, I'm closing it. Okay, so this is the plan. Okay, so watch when you get a low and then a higher low and then a second higher low. That will be a cheeky entry. Overall, you need to see a token that is going to find support and then claim levels and stay above. Okay, that is a significant level. You know that you need to have a TP there. Okay, when and if the price is going to go above the red line and then target the other ones, you're good to go. Then you know that you're targeting other levels as liquidity. I mean, look to the left, you've got liquidity in these areas. So you have a good reason why you need to have a TP here. You've got liquidity above here, so here's your next TP. So these levels are giving you the TPs before you're going to end up into trouble. Okay, so these levels are your trigger levels, your TP levels, and your invalidation levels. Okay, right, GRT, what was next? GRT? BGB. So far so good. Are we good? Do you understand how I do the process of TA? Let's have a look on a higher time frame. Oh, look at that. Lovely. But what do you see? Struggle, big weeks, right? What are they doing? They don't believe they can go any higher. They're taking profits. Is that the right time for you to go in? No. Right, okay, let's have a look. I don't have enough data. I mean, I need to find a solid impulse. I need to have a good solid impulse, and I can use my extensions. I don't mind that. Okay, let me go to weekly, and I'm gonna use this lowest point to this highest point. Okay, as an impulse, it goes up and then it's doing a deep correction, and then I'm going to use extensions. Okay, that's why we've got extensions for us to use. So here we are, and then I'm using extension number 3 on the other side. Please, I want to be reversed. Here it is, and that's my reversal. Now it's getting out, that's no problem. We have the pattern or the frequency, we're going to do exactly the same thing. Okay, you never run out of lines, trust me. Okay, you never run out of lines. What you can do, you're going to clone this and you bring it up here and you just make sure that these two numbers are matching, and that's all. Okay, so these two lines, they need to match. Okay, for me to make sure that that overlay, I see the numbers. So my bottom number here, I need to turn this music down further before I get kicked out by copyright, because these ones are good tunes. I love them, but I get kicked out. I usually go to music that have no copyright into them. Right, okay, cool. Okay, 10 minutes past 12. I was supposed to finish the show, but never mind, I'll do this extra for you. So I make sure that I start on the same level, right? And that's going to be 3, 6, 7, 1, 2. So now I've got these numbers matching, and here I've got extra extensions above. Okay, here we are, and go to smaller time frame, and you can see where we are. Here we are. You see all these red lines, significant levels. Okay, and you can do this if you want. I mean, if that's going to be confusing, let's say that you're not good with cloning numbers and stuff like that, get another impulse. You can do another impulse. This is like a 12 hours. You can get this impulse. That is more easier for you. I understand that. And you can break this down. Here we are. Okay. That will be more easy, more closer, more relevant to you. You're not calculating the previous move at all whatsoever. You get a good decent move to the up with a good decent correction so that you're taking that impulse. That will work as well just fine. That makes more sense. It's less noisy, less lines, it's fine. Okay, and you can use for the time being the simple 8 lines. You use the extensions later when and if it's going to kick off. So what do you see here? Okay, what do you see? Let me do this lock. You see that the price is trying to push up and fail to go above 792. Okay, you have lots of liquidity down here. Okay, lots of liquidity, and also you have lots of liquidity down here and here because people are building all these longs. So what do you have? Following liquidity. Okay, so the price now is dropping. Okay, so it makes sense that it's going to go after this level. So if I lose 677, then the next target will be 619. Okay, if not, then I need to see that it wants to continue the uptrend. I need to see that it's going to claim 734, and if it does, then it will be your trigger, and also at the same time your invalidation. And then you know your next TP is going to be here and the next TP is going to be here, and if you're strong enough it will carry on, and then you're going to enable the extensions. Okay, so far so good. Does it make sense? Do I go too fast? Let me bring the chart here. You're more than welcome. You're more than welcome. Is my Discord free? Yeah, for the time being my Discord is free. It's going to be locked down by around May. My first estimate around May, but you can you can come in even if it's going to get locked down later on in May. It's going to be free for you. It always has to be an impulse, right? I need to have a good correction. Why is that? The theory that I'm based on, it has to do with the frequency. Okay, so you have a wave up and then a wave down. Okay, if we make this a little bit more circular, okay, it's like a sine wave. So it goes up and then it decides to go down, right? And then it goes up and then it comes down. So to me, I see this as a sine wave, as an audio frequency. Okay, so I said, okay, I need to break the cycle in half. Okay, so I said, okay, this is my, I'm going to break my cycle. So this is the bottom, this is the top, and this is an impulse. It goes up and then it comes down. So that's why I'm looking for a good impulse to the up and then a good correction. When I get a decent correction, then I know that I'm targeting a cycle. Okay, a frequency cycle. So I said, okay, cool. I'm using this tool to break down the frequency. So I get a huge impulse to the up and then it comes down. And then if you imagine like the sine waves, as I said before, so you have like a cycle, goes like this, goes up, then comes down to this level, and then it's going to carry on and stuff like that. So I got a frequency. Okay, so I'm cracking down the frequency. So this is what I do. And because frequency have resonance and levels and harmonies, this is what I do with the charts. So if I find a frequency, I'll break down the frequency. The tool is going to be always the same. It's cracking down the same levels, okay, in quarters and eighths in the frequency. But each chart has its own frequency, its own algo, its own code. I cannot crack the algorithm code, but I can crack down the frequency. You see, so I'm using the tool to crack down the frequency. So once I'm cracking down the frequency into a specific levels, then I can pay attention to it. And every time it's working for me. Okay, this is how I see things. So yeah, a good impulse with a good deep correction, that will give me the signal of the frequency, and then I crack that down. The 50% of the half of the cycle, so to say, the 50% is a significant level. Okay, so I see that was bustling, then that was resistance, it turned around to support, and since then it left. Okay, now it found rejection to this level, no problem, we lost that. Okay, that was your invalidation point. If you entered because of these good supports, and you say, okay, it's moving up. You're going up, comes down, goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. So you see, it turned up to this point, it turned this resistance into support. But on the next move, on the second term, so to say, on the second try, it failed. So that was your invalidation point, because you knew you had a good, nice resistance here. You were very happy, excited that you turned this to support. But on the second try, it lost it. Okay, and that is your invalidation point. And you go slowly, take it, level by level. Okay. It's easy to talk about these kind of strategies with a price action that is already been printed. It's even harder when you're trying to be here and see what you're going to do next. I understand this, okay? And that's why we do lots of practices, and that's why I'm going to do live trading, because I want you to see, how I do this. Now, because we're going to do live trading within 1 or 2 hour sessions, then it means that I need to go down to a smaller time frame, because we need to demonstrate the theory is going to be exactly the same. We're going to have same kind of charts and candles. We're going to have like trend lines all the way. You're going to have a trend. This is what we're after. We need to have a trend. A trend is our friend. When the trend is going to get broken, this is where we're going to get out. Okay? But again, we are based on the same principle. Okay? It's trying to go up. Okay? This is how far it reached. That was the point of the trigger, and it failed. It gives you a double top, and then it broke the trend line and it comes down. It's changing around. And so, okay, I treat this as a support. What's going to happen? Comes down, in bounce, very good, boom, breaks, trigger. Why? Because you're expecting this to be a support. You're expecting this to stay above. It did not. It went further down. Okay, that closed and opened above. Here, it closed below. Trigger, boom. Okay, where's the next TP? Down here. How long that was? How far that is as a distance and in percentage? It's like 7-8%, even 7%. On a smaller time frame, you can do that easily on 2x, 3x, 5x, 10x on a smaller time frame. Okay, because this is an 11-minute time frame. So you can do this on 10x, and that is 78% move for you. If the price was coming down, okay, it was coming down, and then later it comes above, that will be my trigger to cut it out. Why? Because I was expecting this to be resistance. I did not want to see the price action be above. To be below is fine, to be above is not fine. And then I close the trade. The minimum damage. I don't need to go all the way up here for me to understand that it fell on my short. Okay? I don't need to say, oh, it's going to turn around. Oh, it's going to turn around. Look, it's turning around. I've told you. And then it goes up. No, it's going to turn around. Never mind. And then boom, liquidated. No, it's not turning around. It's giving you an uptrend. Why are you trying to convince yourself that it's going to turn around? No, invalidation point. Okay, your trigger becomes the same time your invalidation point. You entered here because you saw that support got broken. So it's not support anymore. So you're expecting to be what? A flipping side. Okay, so support, it turns to resistance. And when it comes up, if it comes up that high, what do you expect? Resistance to drop. If it doesn't drop, it goes above. Moment. Close it. Minimum damage. You don't need to lose lots of money. You may have, let's say, a losing trade, but that doesn't mean that you need to lose a lot of money. Okay? You're looking for a trend, and you expecting to have a downtrend. If it's giving you an uptrend, get out. That doesn't mean your TA was wrong. It doesn't mean your strategy was wrong. It doesn't mean that your thesis is wrong. The market turned around. You do not control the market. You control your emotions. You control your strategy. You control your routine. You control your risk management. You control your money. The only thing that you cannot control is the market. So if the market doesn't align with you, out. No questions asked. No hard feelings. It is not yours. It's just a market. It's a chart. So cool. Okay. Good. Right. Okay. I've passed my time. I need to close this stream. So, my biggest fault is I constantly try to convince myself that the trade was right. No. Your TA was right. See it that way. You need to understand that if you learn a strategy, what is a strategy? Let's break this down. I mean, let me close the chart here. Okay, you see my lovely background here. So what is the strategy? The strategy is a routine. You need to keep on doing the same thing, same TA. You break down the levels the same way, and then you enter and exit on the same rules. Simple. That is the strategy. Equals routine. Okay? That does not dictate how the trade will do according to the market. You cannot control the market. The market will go in either way. Market, I need you to remember one thing. Market is a random walk. It can go up, it can go sideways, it can go down. It will not ask anyone for XYZ reasons. Okay? And don't look on the internet, on the social media, on the blogs, on the websites, on the YouTube, other influencers. Why did the market drop? Why did the market do this? Why did the market... You don't care. You don't care. By the time you're going to read an article, it's going to be too late. And how do you know that article was correct? You don't. Okay? So always remember, market is a random walk. So it is not your fault if the market turns against you. That doesn't mean that you need to look down on yourself and say, oh, my strategy sucks. I wasn't good. My trade is bad. No. Okay? We're going to give some money to the market. The market is designed to grab our money. Now we need to control this. And you need to say to the market, I know you're after my money. I know that you are after my wallet. I know that you want money. I'm going to give you something, but I'm going to let you know how much I'm going to give you. I'm going to control how much I'm going to give you. So you know you're going to have some few losses. $5, $10, $20, it's fine. You aim to make more money. Okay? Your target is to have greater wins, money-wise and percentage-wise, than losses. You may have 10 losses in a row and you have 2 wins, but these 2 wins give you like 20-30% and covers all your losses. Like your losses are going to be 1%, 2%. You understand what I mean? So even if you're going to have a 30% win rate, which means 7 losses out of 10, you can have 3 wins with a good ratio. Your win ratio has to be 3-1. Okay? Your target has to be 3 times greater in a win against the loss. If you do that on all trades, on 10 trades, you have a 3-1 win ratio and above, I promise you, even if you have 7 losses out of 10, your 3 wins will cover all your losses plus profit. And in the long run, this is how you're going to win. You don't need to put down yourself and say, bam, I've lost 1 trade, 2 trades, I'm useless. Off I go. No. You're going to have a break? Yes. You're going to close the thing? Yes. That's fine. But you don't need to move away from the market and say, I got scammed out and it was useless and blah, 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 blah. Okay? So here's the CIA, right? We got the English channel and we have the Greek channel as well. So the Greek speakers are more than welcome to come to this channel. The English channel, we have lots of English people here. We're talking about various things. We got charts. We're printing charts out here. A lot of people like to talk in the chart section, but anyway, chart section is supposed to be charts. So here we are, we've got lots of charts here. Okay, we've got a few results going on. So if people are winning, they're printing the results. So you're more than welcome to come here. I've got some tools. I'll give you some like rules, like this one here. One mentor. You need to have one mentor. It doesn't mean that you need to follow me 100%. It means that you need to have a focus point. Okay, you don't need to have too much noise, left, right, center. Okay, start small. You need to, you need to practice trading with small sizes until you become confident and you know what you're doing and you have your strategy in place. Then you can increase. But at the beginning, you need to start small, right? Because you do need to have good risk management. Have a plan for every trade. Plan A, I always say that on my TA. Plan A, if it goes up, that's my level. Plan B, if it goes down, that's my level. Okay, if it goes up, I go long. If it goes down, I'm going short. If I'm going short, there's my TP, there's my validation point. If I go long, that's my TP, that's my validation point. Always have a plan before you enter. That's why you break them down the levels. TA. We do all this kind of stuff, right? We've got plenty of stuff here. You're more than welcome to come and join us. It's free for the time being. Okay, you're gonna find the links down below the description. All the official links. Come and join on the CIA. CIA stands for Crypto Intelligence Alliance. Okay, so thank you very much for being here with me today. I hope you have a great day. I hope you had a good time. I hope you learned something. I hope you've seen the market more not positive, so to say, but more in a manner that it will not confuse you and do not panic you. You need to break things down and see what you see on the chart. I mean, read the chart and listen to what it's trying the chart to tell you. If you're giving you a downtrend, it's a downtrend. Fine. You're not ready for up. You're not ready for up. You're just gonna wait until you're gonna go higher. It's similar as that. You need to find a support. Once you find a support, you need evidence. Can you hold that support? Are you claiming levels? If you're claiming levels, then the probability to continue to go higher is good. Okay, good probabilities, good possibilities, and then I'm feel confident I'm going long. And then you're gonna start easy, right? You're not gonna throw $100,000 on 50x immediately, right? You're gonna say, okay, I'm gonna throw, I don't know, $50, $100, $1,000. That depends on your capital. And say, I'm gonna go in with $1,000 on 2x, and let's see how that goes. And then if it's going better and better and better, that's the time for you to say, okay, I'm increasing my stuff, I'm increasing my leverage, I'm increasing my position. Okay, you're more than welcome. I'll see you on the Discord, and I'll see you tomorrow as well. I'll do this every day. One session in Greek, one session in English. The Greek is going to be the first video, 9 o'clock my local time, because Athens time is ahead of London time. So they are awake earlier. So I'm going 9 o'clock local time in Athens to do the Greek, and then I'm doing 9 o'clock London time, local time, to do the English. Okay. And inside Discord, we're going to do in the afternoon, my afternoon, which is going to be towards the US session. We're going to do live Zooms for the members only, and then we're going to see, what the US is going to offer. Do we have any trades going up, going down? We don't care the direction. We only need to find the levels. And if we see a trend, if we get a trend, then we're going to jump it and trade it and make some money. It doesn't matter how much it is. It's going to be $50, $100. It's up to you, to your level of being comfortable. Okay, if you want to be comfortable with $10, it's fine. No one's going to judge you. Okay, no one's going to judge you. If you want to, feel comfortable do $20, it's fine. Absolutely fine. Right, that's it for me. Tomorrow again, the same time. I'm trying to make this as a routine, a daily routine. 2 sessions in the morning. The rest is going to be inside the Discord. You're more than welcome. I'll see you later. Take care.